restaining our floor in our tiny house. We're using a combination of resin products. Firstly, there's stain, which is colour wood. We've gone with the dark ebony, and you can't see much on that because there's heaps of paint down the side. And we've done a bit of a test in the shop. We went into the shop and they were quite helpful, and we did a bit of a test board. We took in a piece of ply which is similar to the floor, and we actually found that this lighter stuff here, that was without mixing the dark ebony, so it's come out that colour. Then I mixed it up and it came out that colour. So yeah, we weren't too sure, so we went in to make sure that it was right, and it was right. And we did some little tests here of different colours and whatnot. And we found we ended up liking this one here, which is still the dark ebony, but it's getting mixed in with this guy here, that fella there, that's reducing base and slash tint base. So that gets mixed in with the stain. It basically waters it out, makes it look a bit more transparency, which is what we wanted. I mean, what we learnt pretty quickly is it's just trial and error, like what you're after. So don't be afraid to play around. So we've figured out a 2-to-1. So I've poured in half of that stain into this old resin pail here. That's all clean, and we've given that a good. We've already given that a mix, so that's good to go. So there's 2 litres of stain in there. And we're going to chuck 4 litres of this in to make 2-to-1. So it's got some little balls in this for playing. Is it tiddlywinks? What's the balls? Or marbles?
Marbles.
It's got like little marbles in it, or little lollies. Must be for mixing it. So I don't think we want to put those in there. Now you've got your mix, obviously give it a good mix up. So the coverage of that stain is, for every 1 litre it'll do 10 to 14 square metres. So you just need to pay attention to that. So that's why we've doubled that. We've got 22 squares, probably a little bit less. So we worked out 2 litres of that should do it, because obviously you just want to mix this up once. Otherwise, if you do another batch, it's going to look different. So you've got to make sure you've got enough to cover yourself. So we'll see what happens. Maybe do like the more critical areas first, and then that are going to be seen. Now you can they recommend putting this on with either a brush. We've got a big wide synthetic brush from Mitre 10. It was on a run out special, that one, $9. Or a rag, lint-free rag, and you can rag it on. But I reckon you'll get it on a bit more even with a brush. You want to keep everything clean. So we've kind of got a bit of a system going on now, that we go with the grain with this brush, do a line, stay off where we've already been, otherwise it doubles it up, just like that. Otherwise it doubles it up and makes it a bit too dark. And I'm just sort of going, just pulling the brush along, otherwise it tends to flick up and splatter everywhere. And then Loz comes behind with pretty much an old sheet and just rubs all that excess off. And then it shows, you can see it starts popping the grain out. we think looks cool. So we're running a urethane over the stain that we just put down. So this helps protect the stain and hardens the floor off because it is a soft timber. So we're using Resine Crystal Clear Floor 1K. So you can get this in a 2K as well. They recommend this, the 2Ks for real hard wearing, which is maybe what we should be using. No, we went for this route because this has got far lower VOC in it. So we're going to put 4 or 5 coats of this down and see how we go. It's actually quite nice to put on actually. It's just quite runny, creamy sort of stuff. And we're chucking it down with a roller and paintbrush on the edges. So that's you can chuck this down every 2 hours minimum. So you can actually just in a day get the whole job done. We're going to spread it across the weekend. And wash ups with just water and soap they recommend. So pretty nice. It doesn't stink like you'd think it would. So we're putting on, what's this, 3rd coat, Loz?
Yeah.
Putting on the 3rd coat now. The first coat soaks it up a bit and you use way more, and now that amount there will do a whole floor, about 20 squares. And it goes on pretty good now, eh?
Yeah, really well.
So for this raised floor we've used a dark filler instead of a white filler. So we'll see how that goes. So the white filler looks like this, so it hasn't come up too badly. But we hope that dark filler will blend in a bit better maybe.